Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-September 2022. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's up for the lovely Virgos out there. I hope you're all doing fantastic, my friends. While we are in Virgo season, let's see what's good, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got? And yeah, we're just going to take a super quick look at this first card, then we'll get into the full tarot reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get this first card out here, shall we? Let's see what's going on. And while we do, I would like to wish you all a very happy birthday, whether it's coming up, whether it's just passed. I hope you've had a great one, because it is Virgo season. All right, the card's being a little bit picky here, so I'm interested to see what pops out. There it is. Okay, yeah, I did see this for a couple of other signs this weekend. This could either be extremely creative, or you might have a lot on your mind, a lot on your plate. Okay, this isn't a terrible card. Just like everything in divination, there's two edges to the sword, right? There's positives, but there's also challenges. Now, before we start peeling that back and breaking it down, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, its pineal gland needs to be decalcified. You know I appreciate you, my friends. Let's get into the reading. Enough of the plugs. So you see this beautiful lady here with that beehive hairdo. She has all sorts of things in her hair. Creative implements, pieces of art. You got instruments and paintings, all sorts of things. So this can say that you could be extra creative in this time. Any creative pursuit could be favored for you, which is very nice. Now, the inverse to that could represent a lot of different energies affecting you, pulling you in different ways. Your mind could be very active. You could have a lot on your mind, literally, or there's just other energies just pulling you in all sorts of different directions. Now, I would say either way, this is saying that getting that stress or that energy out through creative means could be favored. So please, let's get into tarot. That's a nice way to start off the reading. But as I always say, it doesn't make or break it. It's just a little footnote. Let's get into tarot here. I'm going to get you 3 in the upright. Then we'll intuitively get the juice there. So shuffle it up one time, my guides. Talk to me. What do we got for Virgo in their season? So the last 2 weeks, there has been a huge energy of mystery and secrecy. And I'm not saying that to be a fearmonger or anything. That's just what I've been seeing in the cards. So last week's reading was titled A Secret Agenda. I do like to keep these titles very simplistic, but it did feel like somebody was making plans and trying to keep them dark. The week before that was an unexpected win, so it hasn't been all rough. Let's see what we have this week, though. As you already know, just take this how it hits for you. Energy is so fluid, it's never set in stone, so this could represent other people you're linked to as well. Always keep that in mind as we progress. So let's get it going. What do we got for Virgo here? Mid-September. Let's keep... All right, yeah, so the hidden energy is still living, and that deck just almost flew out of my hands. We got the 7 of Swords as the first card. Now, that can be a warning, of course, but it could just be a holdover of the energy from the last couple of weeks. So let's see what we got. Oh, man. We got Justice right after the 7 of Swords. Okay, so, all right. This could be heavily karmic. Oh, man, this is giving me odd feelings already, Virgo. We'll talk about it. Okay, we got the 2 of Cups here on the back end. Partnerships could be at play, could be highlighted. I could already tell this reading is probably going to be extremely layered from front to back, my friends. So let's go through it. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get the juicy, intuitive stuff. So this is progressing in a very interesting and intriguing way. Position number 1, we do have the 7 of Swords. Like I was already saying, this can just represent something hidden, some sort of secrecy, something unknown to you, a holdover from the energy we've been seeing the last few weeks. The dark side of this card, it could represent thieves, somebody with secret motives, secret agendas, like we were seeing last week. So watch out for anything hidden in the shadows. It could represent liars and stuff like that as well. But another thing with this card is revelation, things being made known, things coming to light. And especially when we have a card like Justice right next to it, there could be some heavy revelations or knowings like coming to the surface. Okay, I'm trying real hard not to get intuitive just yet because this is making me feel all sorts of things. But position number 2, we have Lady Justice. Now, for some of you, you could just be closely connected to Libra. This is the card of Libra. And aside from karmic situations, because to me this is the biggest card of karma. When I see her, it could represent legal issues, contractual issues, especially next to the Seven of Swords. Watch out for any contracts or deals or agreements you make in this time. I do believe at the time of filming it is Mercury retrograde, so watch out for any legal issues when justice shows up. Now, next to the Seven of Swords, this could be somebody getting caught up, all right? Somebody getting caught up or called out. There could be some warnings here, but we're just going to keep pushing. It could just simply represent somebody facing karma for things that they've done. Now, moving to the very back end, we have the Two of Cups. This is usually one of the most positive cards in the deck. So we have this interesting dichotomy in this spread of positive, negative, light, dark. Now, the Two of Cups to me, like all twos, could represent decisions. It could represent being at a crossroads, a choice, a decision, options. All of them also involve partnerships, but this one is more closely connected to partnerships, those that we are very close to. Of course, it could represent romance, romantic ties, soulmates, twin flames, but it could just represent somebody that we have an emotional bond with. So we have a lot of action to go through here, Virgo. Let's dive deeper. We're going to jump in and clarify. And so we're going to put our little Two of Cups right there, and we're going to shuffle this deck up and see what's going on for the Virgos in their season. My gods, talk to me. And yes, my friends, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that Seven of Swords. And I always like to say, if you know how to read tarot, please feel free to play along. That's why this box is here. If you're feeling any messages that you want to give to Virgo, you can drop it down in the comments. I don't mind. You won't be stepping on my toes. Let's see what's up with that seven. How's that Seven of Swords here? Page of Cups. Yeah. Beware of anyone trying to sell you a story. Beware of lies as well. When we have this Page of Cups, that is a big card of communication. Some of you might be linked to a water sign here that might be like trying to shield you from something or hide something from you. This is an interesting type of vibe because the Page of Cups is very bashful. So there might be somebody like keeping some info withheld, not because of treachery. I would say this is more of like fear of consequence, which is interesting because we have this Lady Justice coming up right next to it. But pages are also communicators. Pages are also the speakers, especially this Page of Cups is emotional outpourings. So this could easily be a serious or stern talk where somebody is called out for the Seven of Swords things that they've done. You might be in the mode where you're about to call something out that seems a little fishy, seems a little funky, literally. Okay, so it could be one of those, like straight up calling someone out for their Seven of Swords. So serious, stern type of talk, conversation. We're going to see how the rest of this plays out, okay? Interesting energy here. But I could easily see somebody like telling, like this is somebody telling a verbal fib, like a verbal lie of some sort. So beware of lies in this time or anyone weaving a story. We're going to go in on justice. I don't want to get too like held up in there because like I said, that could be energy that's leading over from the last couple of weeks. So let's see what's up with justice. Why is it here? Why is justice here? All right, Fool in reverse. Yeah, this might be something being held up until an issue or a situation is resolved when we get the Fool in reverse. Some of you might be having issues with an Aries or might be bumping heads with an Aries here. But when I see, this is an interesting aspect that we need to take into account. We have the card for Aries, the card for Libra. They're on the opposite spectrums of the zodiac wheel. They're literally opposite from each other. So this can represent a yin-yang, back and forth, up and down type of energy as well. But to me, this is like, all right, somebody needs to pay this karmic debt. So karma could be striking in one way or another. So take that as a warning. This could be a karmic warning. Not saying it's for you, but somebody, if they've not been putting the best things out into the universe, they could be reaping what they have sown. But another vibe here is like there could be a situation where something that you're going through that needs to be resolved before you can progress to another level, before you can move on. So to me, this is like an inner resolution that needs to be made before you can progress on to the next new thing, okay? You would know if that hits or what that means. We're gonna keep moving, but it is a karmic warning as well, okay? And I've been feeling that since the very beginning. Let's go in on that Two of Cups and see what's up. And like I've been saying, this doesn't all have to be your energy. This could be other people. Let's see what's up with that Two of Cups. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is this Two of Cups here for Virgo, please? Thank you. Yeah, World. Okay. Yeah, there might be somebody or a close relationship or connection that might be on its way out. And it's another interesting thing here. The World is once again another karmic cycle, karmic type of card. So the karmic warning that I was saying does hold true. And I do believe for a large portion of you, this is saying like, hey, like this isn't exactly coming for every single Virgo. It could really be someone they're connected to with the Two of Cups in the World. But another thing I was saying, this could be an individual or a person making their way out of your life in one form or another. Okay, like this is somebody that you might not have dealings with. All right, or whether you no longer have dealings with them, or this is a person that you're not going to have dealings with soon. But the karmic warning still stands. The World is a close of a cycle. And another interesting thing, the Fool card, which we have down there, is the beginning of the major arcana. The World card is the end of the major arcana, the completion of a journey. So somebody may have played their role in your life already, and it might be time. All right, that could even represent you. You might have played a role in someone's life for their karmic journey, and now it's time for that to split. Okay, so take from that what you will. Let's go through and do a quick recap here, then we'll get into the shadow card. Obviously, if this doesn't hit for you, you could watch your other placements. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Seven of Swords and the Page of Cups in the upright. I did say beware of anyone telling fibs, telling lies, communicating. This can be somebody called out for those type of things as well. Like if you spot something fishy or funky, call it out. Okay, like put that person on blast. That's kind of the vibe I'm catching here. But I'm not feeling treachery here. I'm feeling somebody that's a little bit bashful, or yeah, they're just trying to skirt a consequence. But in the center, we have the Karmic Justice card with the Fool in reverse. You or somebody else might not be able to progress to the next level until something is resolved within you. You would know what that means, but this is a big karmic warning as well, because we have that interesting duality of beginning and opposites, okay, the yin yang. Especially as we move to the back end, we have the Two of Cups with the World in the upright. Okay, a person might be moving out of your life for whatever reason, or you might be moving out of somebody's life, okay, in one form or another. That's the vibe we're picking up here. So just beware of that. And also, it does double down, triple down on that karmic energy. Nothing to be afraid of, but it's just an interesting way this energy is flicking through. So please take a screenshot of that if you'd like. We're going to get you one shadow card. Let's shuffle it up one time. See what's going on in the shadows for Virgo here. Interesting stuff, my friends. Totally different from the last few weeks, except for the mystery part, right? So let's get one shadow card. What's in the shadows? This could be something that's part of your shadow self or something you don't quite see. Nothing wrong with going within at the end of a reading. It's always my favorite thing to do. Thank you. Yeah, the Moon. So once again, this energy of the hidden, this energy of secrecy is still holding true. Now, I will say this, when the Moon card shows up in the shadows, it is very, very comfortable there. It can speak about psychic gifts, psychic intuition, trust your gut in this time. Very important. It could also represent a Pisces that you're connected to, or even a Cancer that may have left a scar on you somehow. But when I do see the Moon showing up, it is a warning against secrecy. Be very forthcoming in this time. Don't hide, don't shroud anything. If you see something funky, call it out. This could be like a deep, dark secret someone has showing up here in the shadows that might need to be resolved, okay? So Virgo, that's what I have for you this week, my beautiful friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. For the September subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of the beautiful, wonderful Vice Versa Tarot. This is the deck that I'm using in all the readings for September. So if you'd like to get your name in, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed, which I'm sure you already are. And second, let me know down in the comments, what is your favorite use for tarot? You'll be entered to win. And at the end of the month going into October, I'll put the winners in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love to you. And I'll see you next time.